Karyn Bryant for MMA H.E.A.T. I'm here with Alan Belcher, and he just took the media through a workout. What'd you think of us media?
I thought the media did a really good job. There were some people that need to work on it a little bit, for sure. But some people here did a great job. Awesome. We can tell that you work out a lot.
Yeah,
like
well,
every day or something? What?
4 times a week.
Dang! See, I can tell.
I try. Actually, no, it's I know I'm sweating. You guys, it really is a good workout. But I do appreciate that, so thank you for that.
No problem. It's my pleasure.
Is there something, you were doing the jiu-jitsu part for us. Is there something like a day one rookie mistake people make when they walk into a gym, or you know what I mean? One thing that they kind of just do wrong from the get-go that you'd really just love to tell the world first day in the gym, don't do this?
Well, I think the biggest mistake that I see are people from in my gym, from my experience, I see that they want to do too much too fast, and they want to fight, or they want to compete, or they want to get really good. They end up training every single day for like the first 2 weeks, and then they're just like, it's almost like depressing to them or something. They're like, man, I thought I want to do this, but it's just too hard, you know what I mean? So you got to take it easy, train 2 days a week at first, give yourself a lot of recovery, and then move to 3 days a week, something like that. But it's really, taxing on your hips and your back and your neck, and you just feel like, you work some muscles that you never felt before, and you won't be able to sit on the toilet or brush your teeth. So you got to take it easy, ease into it, and don't try to go too fast.
And how long have you been doing this? I know one time I saw you down at the Jiu-Jitsu Worlds. I know that you've been coming along. So how long have you been practicing Jiu-Jitsu?
I started at age 14. Yeah, so I started with BJJ, grappling, and stuff like that at 14. And then started fighting MMA and Muay Thai, and then we got real serious with BJJ, probably 7 or 8 years ago, something like that. And then I just got my black belt last year. So, yeah.
Well, we saw that in action against Palhares. How did you feel about that fight? Obviously, you had to feel good about it, but was there a moment when he almost got you? Because it kind of looked like that.
Not really. There was some time. I knew where I was at the whole time. I wasn't. If I would have stopped fighting, or I wouldn't have stayed ahead of him a little bit, he could have finished it like any second, obviously. With the feet, you're kind of in the position the whole time. So, but I was pretty comfortable the whole time.
And certainly with leg locks and that, I know that sometimes it's the person getting locked that makes it worse. You turn the wrong way, right? It's a really kind of a delicate thing, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, most of the people, that's one thing that I studied with his fights. The people kind of put themselves in the move. So that was my main strategy going into it, is just like find the most simple thing about what's happening. Is every single time he goes for it, they turn this way, and then they go right into it, So as long as I turned away from it and I didn't give it to him, that was going to make it a lot easier, and that's why I beat him, I think.
How's your eye? I know you were out for a long time. It was a detached retina, right? Uh-huh. So how's that feeling, and was there any hesitation coming back, thinking, all it takes is a couple of good jabs and I'm out again?
Yeah, at first, in my first comeback fight, I was pretty nervous going into it until I got in there and fought. Afterwards, I was back. So even up until I was walking out, I was still questioning myself, because I had been out for almost 2 years, and it was a pretty cool experience. So I went back, won my fight, and then after that, it pretty much just erased everything. I picked up right back where I was. So now I'm good.
Nice. And the cool thing is that you're already, your name is right in there in the mix now for title contention. So how do you feel about, an upcoming fight? Who do you think would be the next one to put you maybe 1 or 2 fights away from that?
I'm not sure who it is, but there's a lot of guys, and there's a lot of fights coming up right here, 2 or 3 fights, where they'll produce a top contender, and then there'll be several different guys that could probably go into that spot right there. So whoever the UFC thinks I should fight, I'm game to fight, as long as it is someone that'll move me forward, and more importantly to me, someone that'll challenge me. So at this point in my career, I just want to fight the best, and I don't want an easy fight. I want to challenge myself against the best in the world. So that's what, like the Palhares fight, it was all about the challenge to me. So that's why I take fights like that.
All right, and as we're speaking, we're just a couple days out from Anderson and Chael. I don't know if you want to give a prediction, but if you did, cool. But if not, is there one of those guys that you would prefer to fight?
I'll fight either one, whoever's got the belt. So, Chael Sonnen is amazing athlete. He's doing really great. He did awesome against Anderson last time in his last fight with Bisping. But I think striking, I can beat him on the ground. He's not going to submit me. It's kind of like a takedown thing. It's going to take me down, win a decision or something like that maybe. So it's not a very interesting fight to me. I just got to try to keep him from taking me down. Anderson Silva, on the other hand, he finds a way to win. Even when you beat him for 5 rounds, he'll try to find a way. He can adjust. He's an amazing athlete. He's a legend, has tons of records, knocked out so many people. And that's like the type of thing that you want to have on your legacy, and that makes you a legend. So obviously Anderson Silva is the person that I want to fight for the belt right now. So I'm pulling for Anderson Silva in the fight, and I actually think that he's going to win.
Thank you very much, Alan.
All right, no problem.